Renaissance Art Gallery in Japan and families, we would like to welcome each and everybody to the second half of this back-to-back exhibit called Tinuod. To give us our welcome remarks, I would like to introduce the current Associate Professor and Assistant Dean for Cultural Affairs at the Asian Center University of the Philippines in Diliman. He also is an author of a recent book called Sacrificial Bodies, which won the Alfonso T. Ongpin Best Book in Art Award at the 33rd National Book Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest writer and one of the organizers of this exhibit, Dr. Ruben Kanyete.
Thank you, Bruce. Maayong gabi sa inyong lahat. Good evening. Tinuod or truth simply means what is seen is real. And that is how these honorable gentlemen before you have done. I will later on introduce to you their names one by one. But for now, let me elaborate a little on the exhibition. The exhibition is the fourth, I believe, that this particular group has undertaken in the past 4 years. And it has always been consistent. It is about the way that particular artists represent the world. And this particular world is, of course, their world, the world of Cebu. And this is done through a very accomplished painterly practice passed down from generation to generation. Starting off, of course, from the great Fernando Almasolo, and then from him down to his pupil, Martino Abellana, and then from him down to his pupils, Romulo Gallicano and Sofronio Y. Mendoza. Bagong Hinanaw is composed of about 10 artists, and they're not necessarily young. They're fairly senior. Their seniority is as a result of long years of practice, dedication, and accomplishment in the mastery of the art of painting. And that is why it was only recently that Mulong thought of the idea of putting all of his pupils together to form a group. And this is that group. It doesn't mean, of course, that every member of the group paints like Mulong. That's often a misconception. In fact, the whole idea of having bagong hinanaw, or new perspectives, is so that each artist should be able to articulate their own vision of the world freely, without limitations, but through the dedicated practice of the very demanding act of painting that Mulong has inherited from the masters. And that is why you see their works today having, you might say, the same feeling, but having different perspectives, different viewpoints, different compositions, different ideas. It might be too long for me to elaborate each and every one of them, and I will allow them to speak, in fact, for their own works later on when you talk to them. But for now, let me introduce them to you one by one. Okay. We'll start, of course, alphabetically. So let's start with Mr. Julio Boy Briones. Please. Mr. Wilfredo Boboy Kanyete. Mr. Audi Estrellada. Mr. Ramon de Dios. Mr. Carly Loredo. Mr. Jonathan Gallicano. Mr. Luther Galicano, Mr. Bernardo Ber Hermoso, Mr. Facundo Dong Talio, and Mr. Jose Pepe Villadolid. They are joined in this exhibition, of course, by their masters. And so, we have the pleasure having Mr. Macaulay. So may I now present to you Patrong Inala.
May I request Mr. Mulong and Dr. Ruben to stay the middle so that all our friends can take their picture and we'll all make them smile because they're all on Facebook. Okay? You know the formula. Smile, you're on Facebook, but we'll do a square first. Can you please compress? Okay. Smile, please. We will now proceed with the introduction of our special guests of honor, Mr. Galicano is going to lead.
Now may we call on our guests of honor, Congressman Eric Singson, Mr. Michael Leo,
Leo. Oy, Leo.
Congressman Lucy Torres Gomez, Mr. Ed Valencia, Mr. Jo Marie Treñas, Mr. Jesus Alcordo, Mrs. Alcordo, Miss Yoli Alcordo, Miss Sonson Hermoso, and Congressman Linabel Villasica. Okay, so for picture taking. Okay, so now we will proceed to the ribbon cutting ceremony. Can we ask the artist to move forward?
To the exhibit.
Thank you very much. Now we would all want to welcome you to Tinuod. True? We may now proceed inside to view the exhibit. Thank you very much for coming.
Tapos naman dito ang step